Hey there, friends and family. Welcome to another awe-inspiring episode of Cascadia Hockey Podcast. This week, we made it. We're here, episode 69. For those of you that have been listening along, you know it's going to be a fun one. And we took a week off last week, just resetting, different things going on. But we're back. For all of you that sent us the well wishes, made sure that we hadn't succumbed to any illnesses or anything. Who am I kidding? Nobody asked. Just in case you were wondering, we thought we'd throw that in there. But anyway, it'll be a fun one. So here we are, another week of quarantine come and gone. We want to remind you guys that to stay connected, we have our Facebook group, Cascadia Hockey Club. Go on there, answer a few questions, come join us for fun conversations, just really talking about the game. That's about it, but Pacific Northwest, all that good stuff. Also, don't forget, check out buriedpuckthreads.com. There's stuff on there that you can pick up, support local, support small business, hint, hint, us. And once again, we want to thank one of our favorite small businesses, Strange Famous Records, for allowing us to use their music. This week's track is brought to you by Cass One and Figure. The track is called Never Stop Running, and it's off their album, So Our Egos Don't Kill Us. So don't forget, strangefamousrecords.com. Go and check them out. Give them some love. Pick up some great music. Tell them you support them through all of this. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get it going. Episode 69.
What a stomach disgusted, so I gotta discuss it. With this devil in my head, yes, I'll beat it to death. While I'm burning this bridge, feel the earth start to shift. I feel the urge to dismiss. What's the purpose of this? Like I ain't earning this shit. I feel it's breaking my ribs while I'm breaking my back. I want the time on back. I want some grace and relax. I feel there ain't none of that. I feel it only gets harder. Feel like I'm fucking it up. I miss my son.
From deep in the Pacific Northwest and a subset in the desert of Nevada comes Cascadia Hockey.
I would have said desert of nowhere.
Don't hate. Just because we got mountains,
We're the desert too, technically.
Yeah.
No. We're a continental steppe.
I know.
That's why everybody steps all over us? Is that what this is all about?
No, we don't get it. We get more precipitation than a desert would.
That's true.
It's a desert type region.
And there's the weather, and because I hear sirens in the background, traffic is probably not that great. So now that is out of the way.
Here's
Welcome.
an amazing stat from the Washington State Patrol.
Oh.
Accident response is down 50% over this time last year.
It's weird.
From the big bag of duh, because no one's on the road.
Like, why do we even promote that fact?
Because. And on that note, Maestro, welcome us in.
Welcome to Cascadia Hockey. My name is Corey Gaston. I am your host with the least. We are here to talk about hockey in all forms and whatever else comes to mind. Joining me today from deep in the desert regions of Nevada. No, not Josh Homme. It is Kyle Hoots.
Very deep in the desert, mind you.
Ooh.
Deep.
I so bad when we make that.
Three knuckler?
Down from him, the regular guy, number 86, one Mr. Derek Schoenrock.
Good morning, everybody.
Elijah.
The sanity that reigns this group in most of the time, but today she is unleashed as one Miss Anya Piper.
Did you just say Sandra D?
No, the sanity.
Okay, I thought you just said the Sandra D,
Yes,
and I'm like,
the Sandra D. You
if you're
beauty
gonna
school
compare
dropout.
me.
Let's rock and roll.
hey boys.
I swear to God, we've had Uncle Cracker and Grease. I will quit. I'm not fucking.
I'm trying to think of the next cringy song to throw out there.
Hey,
Well,
you're an all-star.
Nah, that doesn't fall into it for me.
He's like, I really like that one.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I like Smash Mouth. I don't give a fuck.
I will not.
I'm behind the
apologize.
boards. I'm finishing this fucking intro. I swear to God. Ready to bust out with a Creed song. Master Misanthrope, founder of Buried Puck Threads, would Mr. Aaron Piper.
You know, the funny thing is, you said Creed, and immediately my mind started going to Creed songs, and I cannot fucking remember a Creed song right now.
I thought he said cream, so I'm like, in the white room with black curtains near the stage. Like, I thought that's what he said.
All I can think about is Scott Stapp's voice and how he sings everything like this. Oh. Fuck, now I remember a song. I'm out. Peace.
Can you take me higher? No.
And I'm over here just singing, look at me, I'm Sandra D.
No, dear God.
To a good
Welcome
start.
to episode 69, everybody.
Yeah.
This episode blows.
I think it sucks, actually.
And we're already, Chuck's blows
I
deep.
think it hasn't called me back yet.
Oh, uh-oh. That sounds like one of those deep, dark confessions we'll talk about at the end of the show.
You know what? I'm going to throw it out there. 69, it is the sex number, in case nobody knew
It
that.
is the sex number.
I'm going to put another Northwestern-themed hockey podcast on notice. They had this episode a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And they said episode 69 and then ... That's all we're going to say about that. And that's literally all they said about that. They completely dropped the ball.
Cowards.
It's crazy. Like,
Cowards. They fucked
69
up.
is the best number, aside for possibly 420.
Oh, we're going that direction now, huh?
We got a ways to go, though, with that.
What about 86?
That's
Yeah,
probably
baby.
third in line.
You only got 17 more episodes till then.
I
'Cause,
know,
the way I
hey,
look at it,
yep.
69, every time we roll around to 69, so in 99 more episodes, when we hit 169, we'll do this all again.
Hells yeah. Maybe there'll be
Right.
more fun facts.
Maybe.
And let me tell you, boys, I went and I did some fun facts searching.
Here we go.
Have it.
Here we go.
Good. The most commonly avoided number in the NHL, AHL,
99.
WHL is 69.
Oh, 69.
Is actually, it is. It's avoided. Nobody really does
Really?
60. Yeah, in case you didn't know. And I mean, there is actually only 2 players that actually wore that jersey in the NHL. First one, I can't pronounce his name, so you're going to have to
Just
help me
say
out
it.
with this, is Mel Engelstad. He was Mel the Mangler or Cement Head.
Seaman Head?
Cement.
Oh,
Cement.
okay.
Cement Head. Do you guys know who he was?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Corey wants to know who
I don't
he
know.
was.
I don't know who he is. So I was just like, okay, well, he was an NHL player. And you know what? My dumbass didn't fucking find out who he played for. So shame on me.
Mel Ingolstadt. That's people's homework. Find out who he played for.
Yeah, sorry. My bad. Anyways, he did wear it for the Washington Capitals. Oh, wait, there. I found. Okay. Another thing, too, is I'm pretty dumb sometimes. So please forgive my stupidity.
I'm just going to...
She was more focused on the number.
I was so focused on it.
I'm going to hit mute on my mic and just move away because there's a lot of low-hanging fruit.
Okay, whatever. Fuck. He played for Capitals. Boo. I don't care.
But find out who he played for.
Yeah, shut up. Fuck on yourself.
Isn't that the point of today's show? It's not about fucking yourself.
That's
He
true.
was the first player to wear number 69 in a NHL game.
Yes, yes. All that to say, yes, with the Washington Capitals. Boo, blah, shit. This is my favorite one because it's most recent. It was Andrew Desjardins.
Andrew Desjardins, yeah?
He chose to wear 69 for the San Jose Sharks. He chose it for the exact same reason what 69 means.
Nice.
I know.
So he wore that shit with a badge of pride.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Desjardins, I'm buying your jersey.
Obviously, we all know.
Hold on. Didn't you tell me, though, there was a player that chose to, like, wear it, like, in preseason or something?
You know what? That might have been Mel Guy.
And then he sucked because he changed his number come regular season?
You know what? Yeah, and that was, like, probably further down.
And the 69 gods were like, screw you, you're not going to do us like that?
Maple... No.
Lots of puns this morning,
I
boys.
don't know.
Lots of puns.
See, it's all in my notes, and I had it all prepared last week, but think,
a lot of
Derek
lot of drinking between
for
last
fucking
week.
up my mojo.
Hey, Derek took his kids fishing, by the way, which is amazing. Seriously, I mean that wholeheartedly.
Yes, awesome, good job. Yeah.
He left.
Let me give you a little fun fact, though. Anytime that you guys see the number 69, one thing you have to do on the social medias, the only thing, there is no other comment. There's nothing else you can say except for simply type nice.
Yes, you have to.
You have to.
Law.
You're giving homage to what 69 really is.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
There was. I have a 69 story.
Yes, share it.
All right.
No, I'm kidding.
After
Take
dark.
my shirt
It
off.
was preseason. It was preseason for the Americans, and
I never thought this would happen to me. I'll tell you after dark.
there were birds. It was springtime. No, it was Americans camp, and I was walking through the hallway by the locker rooms, and I saw Maxwell James. I saw Maxwell James going through the practice jerseys, and I just dropped the whole pick 69. It's hilarious, and he lost it. And I never really talked to him before that, so I was kind of like, I hope this isn't weird. But he thought it was pretty funny, and since then
He didn't wear
was pretty
69,
cool.
I'm assuming.
we were like, yes, dude.
I got you, bro. I got you. I don't
Yeah,
think
so-
that they probably don't carry that number on the junior teams.
Probably not.
rosters.
Probably not an option. Stupid.
No, but I mean, I saw an opportune moment. Somebody was looking
yeah.
for jerseys, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna drop the line. It's a funny one.
You sounded just like Jay Baruchel. Pick 69. It's hilarious.
That's what the reference was. Yeah.
Which obviously
It's
brings
kinda
me
odd.
to the two.
It's kind of odd to me, I guess. Like no 13th floor in
true.
tall buildings. Like there's just 69 doesn't exist in hockey. That's really weird.
Yeah, but obviously the two
You know,
actors that only
well-
wore it was Platt or Glatt. Sorry, I said that wrong. Doug Glatt. See, I'm nervous.
Why are you
I
nervous?
don't like fucking running the show.
You're not
I
running
like
it.
just bantering when I feel like it.
Okay.
And Shorzy. Okay, I'm done.
Shorzy and Doug
I do
Glatt.
have one more fun fact I want to
69.
share because it's my favorite. But go ahead, Corey.
What?
Now I'm hanging. You left me hanging.
Okay, so here's
No, so
Nerdcore. You're up, buddy.
no. I want to hear on his third fact, and then I'll talk.
Oh my god. See, I'm like clammy. I'm nervous. I don't like
It's because it's 80 degrees in the office
No,
right
I
now.
just hate this so much. Anyways, okay. Gord, I can talk 69. Like, woo, 69 boys.
Oh,
And
you
then
guys will love this next one. This is a good one.
Gordie Howe. So this is my favorite one that I found. And there's a lot of them I found. Some were sad, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, in the late 1990s, the now defunct Detroit Vipers of the old International Hockey League signed 69-year-old Howe to a one-day contract to not only help generate some interest in the team prior to the 1997-98 season, but to also give Howe the opportunity to become the first hockey player to ever play in 6 different decades at 69 years old.
Which is
Fuck yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yes.
Hey,
Gordy.
That's it, Mr. Hockey, dude.
that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's a great one to end it on too.
Thank
That's a great one to
you.
end the 69 facts on.
I agree.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you for indulging my 69.
No, you know what's funny is I've been obsessed with a stand-up comedian for a couple of weeks, and I'm sure some of you have heard of him. Some of you may have not. The dude's name is Tom Segura,
Yeah.
and he is my absolute spirit animal. I love this man more than anything. But his most recent special was a special called Ball Hog on Netflix, and he did an entire bit about managing expectations in your life. And he was like, you want to be happy. This is a skill. It's not an innate ability. Is to realize that things might not go the way you want them to, but if you pursue what you want, you'll still feel fulfilled as long as you manage expectation. And his way of describing that was becoming obsessed with 69 at the age of 8.
I think I've heard this.
And then he got there, and it was not what he'd hoped.
Yes. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. I saw this.
Yeah. And that's all I could think of this whole episode so far. Was
Yes.
69. I'm never 69. I feel like it's fifth grade basketball, bro. Calm down.
I encourage everyone to go check out that clip because it was hilarious. The way he describes it, the way the awkwardness of it, and all that stuff. And honestly, at the end of the day, he describes it as a major letdown.
Yeah. He's like, why do we gotta do this at the same time? Why don't we take turns like we learned in kindergarten?
So before we move on to the next topic, I'm excited to talk about the Les
Hold on.
situation.
You didn't read all this.
I know I didn't. But
No, I'm taking over.
Guess who won the 69th Stanley Cup? Just guess.
Ooh.
Don't look it up.
I
just
can't
guess.
because I'm looking
No,
at it right
I'm
now.
Hold on. Let me think. So,
See, I had all these cool fun facts, and I just get so fucking nervous. I'm not very good
Would
in
it
the
be-
limelight.
Montreal?
Yeah.
Good job! Woo!
Of course, you
Nice.
had like a 1 in 3 chance of getting that right because they've won so many of them.
That's true.
Well, I was thinking, like, how many teams existed at that time?
Yeah.
And I was kind of guessing, like, when was the first Stanley Cup awarded? How many times did they skip it? Like, I was doing the math in my head really quick, and I'm not good at math, so it burned me out really fast.
Hey, good guess, though.
You got it, though.
Yeah, Montreal Canadiens.
I
69.
almost guessed Chicago, but
Here's a fun one. This year's number 69 pick in the WHL Bantam draft went to the Seattle Thunderbirds. It was a player named Carson Blanchette. The fun part about that is that would have been a Tri-City Americans pick, but it was traded to Seattle. So,
womp womp.
in 2019, Johnny Ludwig.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
We traded away the 69th pick.
Yeah.
That's why Seattle's my new favorite team. I'm just kidding.
What is this in 2019, John
The
Ludwig?
head office was like, hey, yeah. let's
He was
get-
the pick. He was the
I don't even want to see what the player looks like.
In 2019's NHL draft, the 69th pick was John Ludwig, who played for the Portland Winterhawks. There's a lot of 69 going on up here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, a lot.
In 2016,
Everywhere.
R.I.P. Alan Thicke died at the age of 69, suffered a heart attack while playing hockey.
That's
Really?
That's
Yeah.
a sad one.
That is a sad
I didn't
one.
know that's how he went.
Yep.
I didn't either. That's insane.
I know. I mean, I obviously I knew he died of a heart attack, but I knew he was a hockey guy. I didn't know he died after playing hockey. So, in the 2015-16 NHL season, the Maple Leafs finished with 69 points. It's alleged they tanked to get Austin Matthews with 69 points. So,
Wow.
Get 69, and then get the guy. I guess I don't know. I was going somewhere with that. And I lost it.
and then this kind of plays into the next one. We'll finish with this. Our favorite Letterkenny quote: "I'm willing to give 69% of my company to a partner. Why 69%? Because if both sides benefit. Good enough." All right, we got our juvenile delinquency out of the way for.
Oh,
You know what's
so you
sad
think.
is that in the
That's what
beginning,
you
I know,
think.
right? Corey introduced me as the one that keeps us all sane and on track and blah, blah, blah. And then who wanted to talk 69 fun facts?
And then who froze up?
I do. I don't like being here. Just
But
hide
that's what
me.
I said. I said the one that keeps us on track except for today.
Oh, I missed that part. So
All right.
Yeah.
So
No, I knew you were going off on this episode.
I am going
Somebody was
to.
going
never
off.
mind that I love the
Somebody
number
went off.
69.
Yeah, you do.
I
I
love it.
shared this before we started recording. I just bought her a pair of summer skates with the number 69 on them. So,
Hell yeah.
speaking of, no, I'm not going to segue it that way. We're going to go and talk about something else. Another.
No.
Another thing that reared its
That
ugly
could have
head.
been bad.
But you know what? It's our fucking podcast. Who cares?
Speaking of things that are not beneficial to both sides all the time, the Portland Winterhawks.
That's sad.
Oh yeah. That's it. That's all we're gonna say about.
That's all I'm gonna
Moving
say.
on? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. No,
are a
That's
thing.
why.
my interest peaked a few days ago when there was a headline that read Portland Winterhawks ownership files for bankruptcy, and it was like, okay, I thought their ownership group was headed by a billionaire.
Billionaires.
So
Billionaire. Hold on. A billionaire who is a major player in the AB oil
Yep.
company, which obviously we know what's happened to oil right now. It's fucking tanked.
For all you nerds out there that understand oil futures, they're actually negative, or they have been negative recently.
So,
Yeah, it was negative $37 a barrel the other day.
Yeah. I mean, what is that? They give you a barrel and $37 whenever you purchase one? I mean, I don't.
Fuck, I'll take a couple.
Yeah,
What the
for
hell?
real, man.
Oh yeah.
A couple bottles of crude in the back. That'll come in handy one day. Here was the official.
Black gold. Texas tea.
Bow, 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 bow. All right, here was the official statement that came out from the league. The Western Hockey League is aware of the situation with regard to the current ownership of the Portland Winterhawks. The WHL is working closely with the receiver, that's what she said, and the Winterhawks team management
Not to you.
to ensure the smooth transition to new ownership in short order. Goes on to say the leadership team of President Doug Piper, I don't know if we're related or not, general manager and head coach Mike Penis with a hat on Johnston, and the executive staff will remain with the team. I'm sorry, that was wrong, but that's how I feel. Are committed to conducting business as usual for the organization. The Winterhawks are highly successful, blah,
Why
blah,
did you
blah,
become
blah.
Yakov Smirnoff?
I don't know, man. I got uncomfortable there for a second. Pretty much it just says during this transition, fans, don't worry, pretty much.
But I read somewhere that there could be a possibility of it moving to
There's been a lot
Canada.
There's been a lot of speculation. It's called Chapter 15 bankruptcy, which is actually a new thing because it has to do with debts that are in Canada. So it's not even necessarily U.S. debt, a U.S.-based organization with debts in Canada that they can't pay.
So out of curiosity, I think that the whole Rose City Hockey Club girls might actually benefit from this.
They might. All right, talk amongst yourself,
Okay,
boys.
sorry.
Well,
So
go ahead, Cage.
okay, well, I just wanted to say, dude. So here's the thing: is there is ramifications from what is currently happening. That if a team wasn't 100% solvent before all this started, we may see that kind of trickle down through a couple of different teams.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just slower markets. The possibility of these developmental leagues having to take legal actions to stay where they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be Portland, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like, I mean, you never know if they had just dumped a bunch of money, like, with expectations of the upcoming season or something, you never know what, maybe it's like, certain teams are like retail where they're not in the black until 3/4 of the way through the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those things where, if they're not solvent, dude, then it's one of those deals where I'm just looking at the negative economic impact of COVID right now and worrying that this could happen to other teams, and then that domino effect fucking shit up.
So a lot of these guys that own teams, right? They are either part of larger investment groups or, they have portfolios that extend beyond just like a hockey team.
Absolutely.
in the WHL.
Right, but I'm talking about the business itself. It doesn't matter what those guys have.
Well, it did
Because
in
they're not
Portland.
going to keep dumping.
It did in Portland's situation because his main business tanked, which affected everything else that his company held.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the situation of Portland, that team in that city has such a long history. I highly doubt, because there are clauses like this, because they're in bankruptcy, because they're in a receiver. For the layperson, I read the whole brief. The receivership basically means a lawyer is running and making all the decisions for the team right now.
Right.
It's just a lawyer that was appointed to do what's the best interests of the team. So
Yeah.
the league has clauses The Rip City Entertainment, which owns the arena, has clauses that says in this exact situation, if they go into receivership, they can cancel the leases. The league can force a sale of the team. None of which I think anyone is interested in at this point. I think all hands are on deck trying to work together to make sure the Winterhawks aren't going anywhere. As much as I hate the Portland Winterhawks, I certainly would hate to see them either fold or have to move somewhere.
Absolutely.
So right now it's like, yeah, this is bad, but don't panic. If you're a Winterhawks fan, I think the team will be there for many, many years to come.
Well,
I think they'll be fine.
Well, and I guess from what I've heard, this has actually been kind of ongoing since January. Like this stuff started to creep up in January. Obviously, with everything that's happened, it was kind of a final straw to put them into bankruptcy. But the receiver did come out and say, once this all went public, the receiver said, I have no intention of selling or relocating the team. I have no intention of that at all. And that right there, I guess, keeps them good with their arena because Rip City management you were talking about, I think the clause said within 10 days of the announcement of bankruptcy, they can terminate that lease if they feel like, the team could be moving. So, and we're way past 10 days at this point. So I'm assuming that didn't happen. So,
yeah, I think they're all playing nice for now.
Yeah.
But again, legal situations can take a turn on a dime. So it's kind of like to be continued. But again, I personally don't see the Winterhawks going anywhere. If they drop the pucks in August or September, whenever the season starts, they're going to be there.
Sure. Kyle, what do you think? You're awfully quiet, man. Are you over it?
I'm just listening. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not as informed on this situation. So,
okay.
But I mean, I think they'll be fine. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. Like,
and I don't either.
It sucks to see like businesses and stuff closing down and whatnot as a result of all this. But people are trying what they can to keep things going, and I feel like a CHL team is going to be okay. Like I think they're going to be fine. I think so.
I do know the BCHL. Some of those teams have reached out for financial support from like stimulus, whatever the Canadian government's been doing up there. They've reached out to the British Columbia government to help them out. Once again, those teams are even smaller level than the WHL is. So I'm with you. I think everything's going to play out, which kind of brings me to my next thing, which was kind of interesting. The Tri-City Americans announced this week the schedule for this summer's camps, youth camps in August. Mm-hmm. They've said it's a go. It's going to be actually 3 weeks this year instead of 2. So that to me, I'm sure it's a preemptive strike. I mean, I'm sure that it's not 100% at this point, but just to see a team doing that, to me, that made me feel pretty good. That at least there's a plan for that. I did look at the other U.S. division teams, and none of them have announced their camps yet. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool to see a little bit of some sort of normalcy that could be coming back. Of course, the AHL this week announced that they're closing the season down. I thought they already had, to be honest with you.
Same thing.
Even though they're even though they're really, really in bed with the NHL, they operate on much different budgets than the NHL does. So they've, I've been to many AHL games, and they're not sellouts ever. So yeah. Anyway, AHL done. So the only one we're waiting on right now is the NHL. And I don't know how about you guys, but I've heard 100 different things. I don't think anybody really has it figured out.
Is there going to be a decision made soon?
I don't know.
Or is it just going to go ongoing?
I don't know. Baseball has a plan in place.
They'll decide the day after Seattle announces a team name.
Yep.
So yeah, 2 things on that one. So I reached out yesterday to my manager over at T-Mobile Arena, and I said, "Hey, have we heard anything else? Do we know anything else on what's going on?" And he's like, "I got nothing." He's like, "It's constantly kind of checking in and just saying, hey, anything I can tell the guys, and they just don't have anything for us right now." So we keep hearing rumblings of like the casinos starting to open back up, but no word on like events. I imagine things are going to be crowdless for a little while.
Oh yeah.
What does kind of give me a little bit of hope too is that the UFC has started back up. They're doing, I think, 3 events within 2 weeks. in Florida, because Florida is like open back up for that kind of stuff.
Come one, come all.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's crowdless. It's crowdless. But
yeah.
Man, was it nice to watch that and get some like competition, like live competition in my life. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I imagine once we open up UFC, this is the home of the UFC, T-Mobile Arena is. So I imagine we could be hosting some stuff there too. I don't know. But
I find it funny you said that, Kyle, about you got some competition in your life. I'm not a competitive person. I mean, we'll play board games with our family. I mean, like Aaron will like.
She just likes to pick and antagonize.
I do. I like to play, but you're right. I think the last week I have been missing that competition, watching live hockey. I mean, I'm a hockey fan, not necessarily that, but I think it's interesting that you say that, missing the competition, and that is so real and like evident, where it's like you're not getting that. Like there's nothing out there. Like even going back and watching past games is cool, but it's like I want to see what's going to happen to move this thing forward. So it's funny that you said that.
Did I hear that the NBA started practicing recently?
I don't know, but I know the women's soccer league did.
The women's soccer league started.
They are
practicing?
actually practicing now.
Oh yeah, I remember you talked about it. Derek,
someone
talk
told
to me.
that.
Go ahead, Kyle. Well, I'll get to Derek in a second.
Sorry, someone told me that Vegas was considered as a spot for NBA games, also, like to finish things up, because T-Mobile Arena is set up for NBA teams. We do have NBA lockers and we do have a court, but I haven't seen it anywhere. But I'm starting to hear more rumblings of things coming back like that. So. Who knows?
Derek, talk to me about baseball, man, because I know that there was some announcements made recently about minor league and all that stuff.
Well, that was going on before.
Right.
Before all of this hit, Major League Baseball had considered a plan to eliminate a large portion of the minor league system. They were going to eliminate several teams. In a cost savings effort, they figured that maybe it was too spread out. Disappointingly, they approved a lower amount of teams that they're going to eliminate completely. And everything I'm seeing is that Tri-Cities is still on the list, which kind of sucks. I know the Bretts own Spokane and Tri-Cities, the Brett brothers, George Brett and his brother. Which, for them, they'll get a huge payout, obviously, to, make one of their teams go away. And Spokane will carry on. They have a longer history. Spokane, that baseball team in Spokane has been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
But as far as playing, the league just approved basically a half a season, 82 games. They're going to expand the playoffs, I think, from 10 to 14 teams. They're starting to put things together to start in July, but there's obviously union issues with the players and stuff. They're still obviously concerned about safety and health and stuff, which they absolutely should be. So I don't even know if that's going to happen until they can figure out some kind of an agreement. I know NASCAR is starting next weekend.
That's right.
With a highly modified schedule. There's not going to be any crowd, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
they're
pit
going
crew.
to. Huh?
I said, or pit crew.
Nope, not going to change the tires ever. Nope. Yeah, there will be push, but personnel at the track for the teams and stuff will be severely pared down. They talked about entering the track. Everybody's going to get their temperature taken and, check for signs, contact between, people in the garages. They're going to park the haulers farther away from each other. I mean, they're doing everything they can to start up as safely as possible.
That's good.
And they're going to race like 4 races in the span of 10 days,
Wow.
Which is unheard of. A couple midweek races just to get some of the schedule in.
There's going to be a lot of crunch time schedules for sure.
Yeah. And the one interesting note with that is that they've eliminated some tracks that aren't even gonna get a race this year. They're doubling up on some others, but they're not gonna qualify. So they're totally limiting the amount of time that people are together. So they're not even gonna qualify. They're gonna, for people that don't follow NASCAR, they run a couple laps before the race to see who starts first, second, third, all the way through the field.
Yeah.
Okay, that's qualifying. They're not even going to do that. So these guys are going to hit the track, not even knowing if their cars are going to stick in the corners or not, which seems a little dangerous to me. But so, anyways, it's going to be interesting. So, I mean, all the leagues are making plans. We'll just see.
Yeah.
I honestly do not think we are going to see large crowd gatherings, a la concerts, a la state and county fairs, a la sporting events until next year. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I agree.
That's what I'm thinking as well. It sucks to even like say that. It sucks to say
I know.
it. But
As much as I don't want that to be the truth, I'm every day that goes on and every news story that comes out just pushes me to believe that even more. And you know what? I guess at the end of the day, I'm starting to accept it a little bit more. Okay, if that's what's going to happen, then let's just call it and let's figure it out. Let's figure out, because there's still going to be sports going on next year.
And I'll leave more room for 69.
Yeah, absolutely.
we had to slide that in there.
Know. As far as TV goes, I mean, it's only a win for the networks.
Yeah.
Because now everyone is going to be watching, right?
Yeah.
There's not going to be anybody in the stadium.
I've got some. Oh, sorry.
No,
I just think it's going to shape the future of what large event gatherings look like moving forward. Rock concerts that, okay, maybe there was 20,000 people. Maybe now there's 10. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they cut the amount of tickets. Like, there's a cap, and just like they're going to do with restaurants and stuff, opening at 50% capacity and things like that. It's just going to be. I don't know. It's interesting, man. It's
going to be depressing. I'm going to be honest.
It's going to be. I will say on this note, and then Kyle, I know you got some things there. Dropkick Murphys this morning just announced that they will not be playing any of their Boston shows for the rest of the year because they can't.
Right.
So they wanted to make sure that they get anybody that's bought tickets, they put all their money back into their pockets and everything with refunds. So I mean, the writing's on the wall right now. I think, and a lot of us didn't want to accept it, but it's things are going to change, but I do believe there's going to be some compromise. I mean, it's either we could just not have any sports or, crowdless sports or whatever. I think people are really trying to figure it out for the best of everyone involved. So
yeah, absolutely.
The bottom line is something is better than nothing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if
it's on TV,
right?
We're going to rally behind it.
This TV, like, it's morale. I know people say sports are dumb. Or, some people don't like sports at all, or they're overpaid and all this kind of crap. But for a lot of people, it really is morale for them to be able to just
100%
come home from the office and they had a shitty, court case that day, and their client maybe got, wrong way, and they just feel bad, and they turn on the Mariners game, and it's like, okay, I can zone out for 2 hours and just forget all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's necessary. I believe it's necessary for people to be able to get lost in something with a rooting interest.
Yep.
That's a really good point, because it's part of human nature. It's been part of human culture forever.
Since the Romans put people on a dirt floor with 80,000 people watching, getting attacked by lions. I mean, that's what football is today. You know what I mean? Like, it's not any different.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that's not a part of humanity that will be gone.
No,
because it's just not. Although I do want to kind of pose this question, and this is kind of like weird, but at the same time, Kyle might have a vested interest in this. Do you think there will be an uptick in people who start watching esports?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There already has been, hasn't there?
It's
okay.
It's been huge. Like I mean, I'm streaming from Twitch as we do this right now, but like, there's been an esports tab that's been added to the Twitch main homepage since this has started. And everything like Rocket League, like
What's
Call of Duty.
League of Legends, isn't that the big one?
It was. I don't know if it still is.
Yeah.
As far as like sporting games go, FIFA and NHL are pretty big, and then And then there's like Call of Duty, Rocket League, you know, Valorant is another big game that's coming out recently that's been pretty big. So like there's all kinds of stuff going on Twitch. Like a lot of athletes and celebrities and musicians are migrating to Twitch right now because it's a way to connect with people. It's a way to produce content still and kind of help people get through this. So yeah, there's been a big influx of new streamers. Are, you know, people whose names we recognize, like I mean, aside from like sports, because I mean, you know, I can't really speak for sports athletes right now. I'm sure a lot of them are, but like musicians, like Gene Hoagland from Testament started streaming, and then, you know, Christina Scabia from Lacuna Coil, all them. You know, it's really cool to see all that. And then like VGK, the Golden Knights have been streaming a lot. There's been a lot of like virtual games. There's been a lot of like just chats between like, you know, the commentators and the players and all that kind of stuff. I've seen other teams get on the Twitch bandwagon as well, like the San Jose Sharks, Washington Capitals. They streamed a game. It was a game of NHL 20 between Wayne Gretzky and Alexander Ovechkin.
Ovi, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool to watch.
The NHL Network is doing that like weekly now, from what I saw. Like they've got one coming up this Friday night.
Yeah. So
dude, there's stuff hitting network TV. So I hate to keep harping on this, but there's a racing sim called iRacing, and it's so accurate and lifelike that the NASCAR racers actually have these rigs in their shops, and they train because they don't have a lot of practice time where they can take cars out and go on the tracks. Like every bump in the track is recreated. It's so realistic and lifelike. And there's an iRacing league. So there's a league where a bunch of amateurs race. Fox Sports 1 for the last 6 weeks has been broadcasting the NASCAR Cup Series drivers have been in these leagues, and week over week it has been breaking records for the most watched esports event in history. And it's on, because it's on network TV. It's on Fox Sports 1. So it's esports was growing anyways. Like it was like a big snowball that was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's becoming a major thing. And I think this only helps it.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at is it's a way to scratch that competitive itch, Kyle was talking about. You know, I can tell you, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, when you have a invite-only Fortnite tournament and a 13-year-old kid wins $2 million, I'm
in the wrong gig, man.
Esports is a real fucking thing. And what's sad is now it's really hard to tell your kid, get off the video games. It'll never amount to anything.
We're dealing with that every day in my house, man.
Not only that, but our oldest college kid, man. We're like, you need to get a job. Okay, I got a job getting like $50 a week.
He came out the other night and he's like, I got a $2 Grubhub. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, well, I did this thing where I won a video game of Madden and now I pay $2 and I get whatever I want from Grubhub. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you. Now it's like, oh yeah, spend that extra hour. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I've been trying to squeeze this in a little bit here and there, and it being episode 69, it's appropriate to say this, but I've got a lot of people chatting in my chat right now. One person in here is actually from Vegas, so that's really cool to see. Let's see. Yeah, they're just kind of talking about like the facilities and stuff and what we have available. Where did it go? It was quite a while ago. So,
way to go, Kyle! You got one job.
The Colorado Avalanche. I know. I'm just trying to like broadcast, talk to you guys at the same time.
Not a biggie.
The Colorado Avalanche have also started streaming. I wouldn't be surprised if like more than half the league has a Twitch account at this point.
Oh yeah.
And someone said that Logan, our friend Logan, who loves the Detroit Red Wings, he says some NBA facilities have opened last week.
Okay,
and as far as I know, we've mentioned this before, but a lot of NHL teams are recalling their players for mid-May to get like a mini camp going early June.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in here agree that like Vegas would be a hot spot for like a central kind of like host city for sporting events like the NBA, the NHL, and something else. Like we have the hotels, we have tons of hotels, we have tons of places for them. And then let's see, I had some other comment on here somewhere. I do got to shout out the Vegas guy here. I think it's Vegas guy. I don't know. Vegas woman, I don't know, but yeah, NBA Summer League, but they, there's so much going on. Like I think we're gonna start seeing professional sports start up again soon. I just feel it. We won't be able to see it live, but we'll have something going. You know,
absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if things like NHL TV. We'll be pushing like promotional packages and stuff to kind of like get us out of this, but to still like gain some revenue. Yeah. So maybe like season ticket holders who already purchased their season tickets will get some kind of deal with that. Who knows? So it's hard to say, but I'm looking forward to what next month will bring. Because I feel like next month we're going to start seeing stuff start to normalize. Well,
and we've also heard like, and like I've said a couple of weeks ago, we won't get political or anything on here, but we have heard the plans from a lot of places that June is kind of when things will start to phase back in or whatever. Some places already have, some places are waiting for that. So, I mean, the light at the end of the tunnel is it's coming, and I don't feel like it's a freight train anymore like it did a couple of weeks ago. It is coming. It's coming quickly. Yeah. It's coming fast and hard.
And now 69 happens 69. Every week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But now we got fan choices on the NHL that we can totally vote for.
Yes. What's up, Kyle? You brought this up this morning, the NHL Fan Awards. I have to be honest, it's just kind of past me this year. But there's some cool stuff on there.
PK Subban. That's who I vote.
I have something on that though too. Usually they do that at the end of the season, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Does that mean the NHL is thinking about nixing the rest of the season and just going straight to playoffs?
No, I don't believe that. I believe it's just one of those, we need something positive right now, thanks.
I think the NHL is going to cancel.
Ooh, you heard it here.
I did, and I will send you guys each a coffee if they do not cancel.
Okay.
Because that means I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
I will.
Broadcast, all right.
I will.
All right. So my stream is going to see my screen for a brief second here as I switch over to the fan vote stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to.
We got to vote for best mascot.
No, best beard has to be voted for.
All right. So I'm going to screen share it on Discord so you guys can see it too. I think we could pick a handful of categories here to kind of like really take a look at what's going on. What do you guys want to do first? Best beard?
Best beard.
Best beard.
Obviously.
All right, we're going for the beard. So here are our nominees. We have Ian Cole, Jordy Ben, David Savard, and Jakub Voracek. Now the problem is I like Voracek's beard, but is that even like it's a Photoshop picture? Like,
but it's accurate. It's accurate, man.
Can we write in Griff?
Yeah. Can we? I'd write Griff in. Shit.
That's my vote.
Yeah, Griff wins.
All right, Griff has my vote, but I'm gonna go ahead and go for Voracek.
Okay.
Because I think that's pretty solid.
Oh, you already changed it. I was gonna go off the board and say not Jordy Ben, but Jamie Ben, who's not on there. But every time I see him, he looks like the bad guy from Superman 3. Is that where they all arrive in the glass or whatever?
Who?
Jordy Ben or Jamie Ben. What Superman was it where all the bad guys came to Earth in the glass or whatever?
2, of course.
Superman 2.
Yeah, so the bad guy on that looks like Jamie Ben, and I like him.
Do best mascot. Because I don't care who wins. I just want to make sure Gritty's on there.
It should just be 4 Gritties.
You know Gritty's on there. It's all teams.
That's stupid. It should not be all teams. It's not all dudes with beards.
I think there's certain things that are all teams. I know this one is, and I know the best arena is, and you know which one I voted for.
Oh, yeah.
You know which one I voted for.
The newest one in the league? Oh wait, no. Actually, I guess T-Mobile's not.
Little Caesars Arena?
Yeah, I was gonna say Little Caesars
Aaron?
is the newest. What?
You know, I love gritty.
Kyle, if you
You
do
know I
that, don't start a conversation that way. Don't start a sentence that way.
I don't think I have to say what's going to happen here.
Gritty can eat a dick.
That's why we'll go and vote our own.
Wow.
Honestly,
All right, well.
if you are not part of our Cascadia Hockey Club,
sorry.
join us in Facebook. We have a group. Come in there and tell us who you would vote for. We want to know. Or leave
Or
a
who you
comment
did
in
vote for.
Discord.
Or who you did vote for. Yeah, you know, we'll let's do a couple more here live, but then we'll go through and do our whole picks next week, and we'll discuss them next week for sure.
Guys, I have to do this as a goalie. Not as a goalie, but
Yeah.
also as a Vegas Golden Knight. Let's peep this one, shall we? Can I blow this up? God damn it. Hold on. How do I I just want to like open this. There we go.
That's better.
There we
I
go.
kind of think you're biased.
Ooh!
No, that's a beautiful save.
This
Ooh!
save by Marc-Andre Fleury. I don't even want to look at the rest. I don't even want to look at the
I
rest.
know,
of the
because you're
save.
kind of biased.
Well,
It's not even that I'm biased. Look at how
that's
good this
just
save
Well,
is.
I don't know. I got to see
Yeah,
the
I
other
don't
three.
even know if it could get
All right.
better than that, honestly.
that's
Yeah.
so that's
Let's
a
check these other ones.
that's a
We'll
great
check these
save,
other
but there's
ones.
one that's not on there. Carter Hart's save on Taylor Hall with an open net during the power play earlier. That's a good one right there too. Tuca.
Okay, that's
That is
good.
a good one.
Oh,
Luka!
It's
yeah.
a blocker save with his bare, well, not his bare hand, but
Oof.
it's the inside of the palm where there's no padding.
There's no padding. That.
Oh,
Ooh.
There is nothing
this
like
is
a
an
beautiful
Instagram one.
save, man.
that's true. I do
Dude,
like.
I could-
Honestly,
I could look this
goalies
up
are my
all day.
favorite. They're my favorite.
Oh, that just took you to
I
the
got
King's page.
Dukester in my chat who's also saying that they were at that game that Fleury made the save.
Nice.
Believe it or not, I was there too. I had a good few.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, so is this the one? Yeah. Oh my God, there's volume. Why? I don't want the
not?
volume.
Why not?
All right, whatever.
It's
Above
fine.
the volume.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't that cool.
Oh.
Oh, that was.
Okay.
Okay, so the anticipation on that one was incredible.
Okay, that's a twofer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah.
I counted 3 on that.
That gets bonus points.
You know what?
right
Hey,
there.
I got to be honest. Jonathan Quick is one of those players I forget about a lot of times, but the kid is a stud, man. He is
Stud.
so good.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude.
He has kind of.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nah, that was close. That was really close.
Is that
and
Gibson
I
or
can see
Miller?
that I can see
Oh.
that. No, I don't think it's Miller. It's
I feel like
John
that was
Gibson.
in.
No, it didn't go in. They
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
looked
that
at
looks
that
like
one
a
plenty
goal.
of times.
That
No,
does
Nope,
look
it
like a
never
goal.
completely. It
That's
never
out.
completely
I don't
crossed
care.
the line.
That's
it has
out.
to completely cross the
It's
line.
out.
It never
Yeah.
did.
We can't vote for
That's
that one.
not-
Sorry.
yeah. No, I don't like that one. The Quick one is really good. The Rask one is good, but I'd say between Fleury and Quick,
True.
Yeah.
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 man, that's a tough one. I mean,
So
I love
every
the Fleury
day,
save.
just go
Like,
back
you
and
know-
vote for the other one. Vote for one.
This
one
was
day.
also the day I met. This is the day that I met
Babcock.
Yeah, Mike Babcock.
Nice.
The day before he got fired.
Yeah, it was such a weird conversation too, because it was like
Okay.
whatever he told. Like when I was talking to him, like he was basically rehearsing what he was telling the media to like me and my coworker, and I was just like, I was like, okay, we didn't ask about your kids in Toronto, but sure, we'll talk about that.
That's
Okay,
funny.
so I'm going to weigh in here. The Jonathan Quick save is amazing, but that is an incredibly athletic play right there.
By
and,
Fleury?
and both Quick
Yeah.
and Fleury are like in their 30s, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Is Quick in his 30s? Quick's in his 30s, right?
I know Fleury's older than Crosby because Fleury was picked in 03. Crosby, I believe, was 05. So
Yeah. Fleury, I think, is
So-
like Fleury's my age, actually. I think we're the same age, 34.
nice.
To turn that direction on a dime like he did, make that
Yeah.
leap and the catch with all that gear on, and oh, by the way, he's on ice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Omar Vizquel in the heyday of his amazingness at shortstop could even have made that play on
Is-
dirt with no gear. So
He's
I gotta go with that.
He's caught out of position and makes the save. Meanwhile, Quick is in position.
Yeah, but he makes 2 great saves there. But I don't know
Fantastic saves.
that.
But he's there. Okay, he's a little opposition right there.
Both good, but No, I gotta go with Fleury, man. That's so athletic. That's just amazing what he could do with that amount of gear on.
Yeah.
Dude,
All right.
I have to go with Fleury too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Fleury. Now he's not a Penguin. I don't have a problem with him at all, man. I think he's a great goalie. Seems like a really fun guy. So, speaking of that, didn't somebody tell me that Forbes said that Pittsburgh is the most passionate fan base in the NHL?
I saw that on Twitter the other day, and I was like, "That's bullshit."
Nope.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Oh fuck! Here we go. Jesus, I
hate
forgot
to-
I didn't
I
want to
hate to,
open
but-
this. All right, go ahead, Corey.
Tell us why.
No, it's purely fan base. Purely fan base.
Okay.
Sadly, Pittsburgh might be the best sports town
I
in
know.
America, even though I hate them.
You think about it.
I'm not.
All their major teams, they all have the same color schemes.
Yeah.
They all have they're united together. They've brought home like 147 championships.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Dude,
If you go
I
to
can't-
an NFL game and your team is playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, there are going to be more Pittsburgh Steeler fans in your stadium than home fans.
Yep.
That's just the way it works.
One thing I've noticed about working these NHL games is that you notice what teams travel better than others. And so like if we see a lot of like LA fans, yeah, that's cool. It's 3-hour drive. But when we had I think Edmonton in town, it was insane. There were so many Edmonton fans there. Like they had to fly from Canada down to the US, and I don't think I ever saw any team that had more fans in our arena than Edmonton. Edmonton, Toronto, I think New York had a whole bunch, but like I think Edmonton was the top for us. Pittsburgh, I don't think I stuck around for that game, but I imagine they had a ton too.
Probably.
For sure.
So here's the thing, I've fucking bitched about this and bitched about this and bitched about this. It's one of the reasons I hate fucking Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh fans.
Yep.
And it's because they're great fans. They fucking live and breathe those teams.
Yep.
And they're assholes.
You know what,
Yeah,
though?
oh, absolutely.
We have a really good
Absolutely.
friend that's a Penguins fan. He's not an asshole.
He can be if you rile him up.
That's probably true, but I haven't seen that side of him, so.
No.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, you can have a conversation with a Leafs fan. You can have a conversation with a Flames fan. You can't have a conversation with a fucking Penguins fan, man. It's favorite, and you're wrong because they're the best.
That's accurate.
And that's, I mean, like, as much as I despise the team,
The colors are gross.
That brand loyalty is fucking ridiculous, and I have to agree with him with the article, man.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, moving on.
I don't have any rebuttal.
Wait. I have a question. Was that what you thought I was going to say?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
because it's true.
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to deny when a team's got a strong fan base. Like I hate to say it, but I think one of the worst is Vancouver. Like it could be a player's birthday and the fans will go out there and be like, yeah, but he can't fucking score. Fuck that guy. Like, God, I hate seeing that shit. Like it's so annoying. Like fucking just say happy birthday. Just say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard.
Kyle, your face is not present anymore.
He's looking for something. Is it going to be the last one for the
Yeah,
day?
last one, goal of the year.
Okay.
Let's look at goal of the year here. We've got Svechnikov here.
That was the
let's do that
lacrosse
again.
style.
What's that? Can you see it?
Yeah, lacrosse style.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was sweet.
He's done that 2 or 3 times this season.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
He knows what he's doing on that move.
Yep.
Here is Matthew Tkachuk.
He looks like a baby.
He is a baby.
I think I remember this one.
I do too.
Brody going to the goal. Lindholm to the middle of the shot block and shot. Score!
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it
I
too.
missed it.
Where's the replay?
Less than a second.
Yeah, I got to see the replay.
Time. Kachuk with a beauty, and the Flames complete the.
Okay, just coming through the slot there. Yeah,
That was a
That was
fucking
slick.
laser beam, dude.
that's awesome.
Dude, the amount of time he had.
Oh, behind the leg. Okay.
Holy fuck. Hold on, I gotta see that little slow bit right there.
And we
again.
forget too that we're an
Look at
audio
this.
medium, so there's a lot of people listening right now. They're like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" So
There,
Go in.
Wasn't.
I was going to say
There wasn't a lot of time.
No, there was. And there was only like a second left on the clock in overtime there. If you go to NHL.com or if you just type in NHL Fan Awards, it'll take you to what we're watching right now. So,
all right, we're looking at, obviously, McDavid.
Connor McDavid, best goal of the year maybe, 4-on-4 against Toronto. Yeah, that little deke was...
Goodness.
Yeah.
So I've seen this guy play live. I've seen him in warm-ups and practice. He looks so unnatural but smooth with the puck.
Yeah.
It's so... I've never seen anything like it.
That's what I've heard. Even a lot of the people he plays against are just like, he's incredible. So, what's the last one for goal of the year?
The last one is Pecorine. The goalie for...
Oh, yes. You cannot have a goal of the year without showing a goalie goal.
Hands down, they already win.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Peck. I like Peck.
Goal, I think, if it weren't for a goalie goal, I think I would have voted Kachuk.
Agreed.
But we have a goalie goal, and I'm going to vote for Pecorine.
I can't vote for McDavid as goal of the year because almost half his goals could be goal of the year.
Every goal that he scores is like that.
Yeah.
He is insane. And it's Toronto, and fuck Toronto.
Yeah.
Logan in my chat here said Vancouver and Toronto have the worst fan bases. Yeah, and I'm sure I've told you guys several times what I think of Toronto and when they came to visit us.
Yeah.
So let me turn my camera back on here and return to...
So let's do this because we're running really low on time here. In fact, I think we're probably over at this point. Let's all get together and we'll do our votes for next week, and then we can discuss it, as Anya said, in the Cascadia Hockey group as well. But when we go on next week, we'll go through these. We don't necessarily have to hit every category because there's 5, 10, there's 20 different categories.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So,
but time for 69.
Yes, best dog and best team dog. So there's definitely some discussions there.
Fun.
But we will do that. We were going to talk today about the whole Brendan Leipsic thing. If you don't know what's going on with Brendan Leipsic, just go in and type it in. We can have a discussion about that off air at some point. Because today kind of ended on a really good feel good. And I like it because 69 is all about feeling good.
Yeah. Woot, woot.
See, even the dog.
Boys.
Yeah, I like it. All right, guys, any parting words today? Anything that we missed? Anything that you want to say? Any shout outs? Any local businesses you need to support? I don't know, man. Just let's keep it real.
Everybody, just support everybody.
Yep.
I like it.
What number am I thinking of?
69. Or 420.
Or 420. You're off those antibiotics in a day or two, so it could be other things. So,
no, I was making a Bill and Ted reference.
Oh.
I was hoping somebody would jump on it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I don't have anything. I know it kind of ended abruptly there, but I think we covered a lot today.
I should have had a good 69 ending. I fucking suck.
Oh, I do. I mean,
do it.
Okay, but
okay. Well, we're gonna do it when we close it out.
Do you not get good 69 endings? Like nobody? All right, fine. Fuck me, I guess.
No.
Nope.
Nobody's fucking.
Nope.
No, okay.
No.
Not on air, anyways.
And on that note,
Corey, no.
This has been Cascadia Hockey, brought to you by Barry Puck Threads. Kyle, give a happy 69 ending.
I was going to do it after the normal thing.
okay.
Like I normally do.
Oh, okay.
But it won't be
All
a
right.
Letterkenny quote. It'll be classy and humble. That's all.
Okay.
There's nothing
I like it.
classy
I
or
like
humble about 69.
86, what do you think of all this?
I'm confused.
Well, after the
Anya?
podcast, I'll show you.
Anya, was it all you hoped it would be?
Yes. Thank you for letting me share all my fun facts. I hate being in charge, so
only in this situation.
Sorry for my fumblings.
Be sure to check in with us next week. Don't forget to follow the Facebook group Cascadia Hockey.
If there's 69 without fumblings, then it's just not meant to be. Like there's fumblings in 69. Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Barry Puck Threads. Go online, order your Support local hockey shirts.
Lucky.
And yeah, Hoko Lucky. Fuck it. On that note, we're out of here.
Peace
3,
out.
2, 1. Ferda.
Ferda?
69, it's hilarious.
Line and sinker, keep them boots to the line. Yeah, perpetual motion, we next in the ocean of wet. Running from nothing, but running to something to flex. Hex on your house, no legs in your doubt, it's just you. And many like you, who like you, despite you, but not me. I'm not cool, I fight you. I'm not fun, you're like food. I'm not one to let through. Whatever you heard, I bet you stop for something. Watch me stop for nothing. Off the clock is probably not the tops unless I'm off to crush the function. Fucker, what? Best to shut the shutters, block the suckers out. Used to rep the gutters, now the urchins rep the gutter mouth. It's what I'm talking about. Looney tongue, mind is on a walkabout. My walk of life don't care about your whereabouts at all. And when it all falls apart, we gon' pick it back up. I'm never giving it up. Grew where the energy was. Running out the clock and running out my mind. Hook, line, and sinker, keep them boots to the line. When it all falls apart, we gon' pick it back up. I'm never giving it up. Grew where the energy was. Running out the clock while running out my mind. Hook, line, and sinker, keep them boots to the line.